That is kind of it is kind of a decent question still.
How long was the? Long did they know each other before the marriage though? You don't actually just walk into someone's arms and then marry them the same day. So.
Cool. Let me tell you something.
Would never make sense.
Do you know how it makes sense? Let me show you how it makes sense. Because you see, as you could be happy in a 3-week relationship more than you are in a, what did you say, in a 20-year relationship, right?
20-year relationship?
Exactly, yes. So you can be more happier. Sometimes you could be more happier in a 20-year, like, you know, there's people that's been married for 20 years and they're still not fucking happy, or they've had how many that bare ups and downs. It hasn't really been that great, right? Maybe they've probably had love or fun for the first 6 years. You know what I'm saying? So after that, it's different. You know what I'm saying? After that, it's just different, man.
I think
so. A 3-week relationship.
A 3-week marriage.
A 3-week marriage, yeah. So what? A 3-week marriage. Let me tell you something. A 3-week marriage and that, yeah. Imagine that. Imagine if that was the greatest thing, and they've made that more, and they've made that to. Imagine a 3-week. What did you say? 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah,
3-week marriage. So cool, yeah. Imagine if that was good.
I'm sorry. What?
So listen, you know, I'm getting to my point.
What are we talking about right now?
Listen, I'm getting to my point.
I understand it.
I understand your question. Listen, I understand your question. Yeah, it's kind of a stupid question, but it is. It is. But do you know why? Do you know why?
Why is it a stupid
but do you know why I can explain it? It is kind of a stupid question, but listen.
From a man's
3 week.
perspective.
Yeah, listen. Cool.
Anyone.
So cool. Cool. Let me tell you something. See.
And then a woman.
So cool. Listen. Imagine that. Yeah.
From a woman's.
Yeah.
From
Cool.
a woman's perspective.
Yeah.
20 or 3 months.
What are we talking about though? 3
imagine,
weeks.
So imagine. So imagine someone had a great 3-week marriage, right? Right. Imagine that.
But it's what weighs more.
Marriage.
It can never. What can you talk about in 3 weeks that you haven't talked about in 20 years?
No. So no. They were obviously together before the 3 weeks, innit?
Guys,
Exactly.
it would never make sense.
It's just not 20 years.
Yes.
They were together before.
And you
the
could have
3
got married in them 20 years in 3 weeks, but you didn't.
Yeah, so imagine
So what weighs more?
So imagine you had the whole
20 years you had to talk.
So imagine you had the whole 20-year relationship.
Guys.
That didn't even work out. You lot was arguing. You lot
Guys.
fell out. Got back together.
Even when you argue, though.
Boom. So
But
imagine
my
if
point.
But the point is, imagine if the 3 weeks was better than the whole 20-year relationship. That's the point.
It could have never been.
Well, they got married, innit?
I could get married to this girl right now. What are we talking about? Like, that don't make no sense. You don't go to a courthouse and be like, well, I've been married for 7 months, so we should get married now. You can get married to someone you met on the street today if you wanted to. What is that? 20 years. If I've known you for 20 years, I know you. At least.
So why aren't you married?
You ain't got to be married to everyone. I could have got married to you in the first 3 weeks that we met, but I didn't. Wow. And now I've known you for 20 years.
But do you want to get married though? Do you want to
I
get married?
want to get married, yeah.
From a man's perspective, why aren't they married?
For me? What, me?
The 20
Them
no, the
20 years.
relationship, why aren't they married?
Some people probably, you know what it is? It's not always about marriage. You get me? This is where people actually get it wrong. Some people don't want to get married. They can be in a 25-year relationship. They probably didn't, but they both probably didn't want to. Listen. Now listen. But listen. They probably both didn't accept marriage, but they still got along and made it 25 years without a marriage. So,
but is that a marriage or a friendship, though?
It's not a friendship because there's a difference.
It sounds more like a friendship.
What's the meaning of a friendship to you then? What's the difference between a relationship and a friendship to you? Can you justify that, please?
I feel like...
Explain that, please.
If you could stay in a relationship for longer than 10 years without a ring or something to solidify that connection, maybe you're friends. Because you tell me right now what differentiates you from a friend and a marriage right now? Nothing.
But
you ain't got to put a ring on a friendship. You ain't got to put a ring on anything else except a marriage.
Exactly. So if you don't, some people don't believe in putting rings. They can still have a good relationship without being married.
Then that's got to be
wrong.
That's got to be.
But I understand what you're saying. If you're
two.
together, listen. I understand where you're coming from. If you're together, right, for a certain amount of time, a man should be down on the knees. But imagine if you spoke to your woman and she didn't want to get married.
But is that your woman?
And you didn't want to get married.
Then you have to stay exclusive to each other. That's that.
Yes, but it's not. So that's not a friendship then. It's still.
Don't put a ring on
relationship.
it, but you can tell
Yes,
everyone that
but-
you're
but
together.
exactly, but this is where you're wrong. But this is where you're wrong. You don't.
How am I wrong?
So you're wrong. So you don't need to be in a marriage to have a relationship. So
What,
it's different to a friendship.
brother?
You
What?
You don't need to
Brother,
be in a
what?
marriage. A marriage, you don't need
Brother,
to be
what?
in a marriage for you to have that.
Brother, what?
You can still have a strong relationship.
That's not a marriage then. You're just
but what I'm
boyfriend
saying
and
is,
girlfriend till you
can
die.
still have a relationship without being
You're
in a
just
marriage.
gonna be boyfriend
Yeah,
and girlfriend till you die.
listen,
You're cool.
You can still have a relationship without being in a marriage. So what are you talking about? Of
What
course.
are we talking
Some
about?
people might not want to get married. Imagine you both spoke and you don't want to get both married. Imagine.
Yo,
so imagine
yeah.
this. Let me tell you something. There's people that's been in a relationship 25 years and they've been together compared to a person that's been in a relationship that's been divorced
Woo.
about 3-4 times.
That's cute.
Exactly. Imagine they've got along with people that's been in a marriage. Does that make sense? Someone in a marriage hasn't got out there compared to someone that is not in a marriage,
Yo.
but in a long relationship.
You see how much
Does that make
explaining you have to do to explain that
Yeah,
someone
because
that
you're slow,
don't want to be
you're
there.
slow, you're slow, innit?
That don't make no sense, cuz.
How?
If you want to get married, you want to get married. If you don't want to get married, but you want to have a
But you can
boyfriend for the
still
rest
have a
of your life,
relationship, though.
that's fine.
That's what
if
I'm
you
saying
want to
to
have
you.
a boyfriend or a
Yes, you
girlfriend
don't need to
for
be,
the rest of your
you
life,
don't need to be married
go
to have
ahead.
a 20-year relationship.
Go ahead.
You
I'm
don't
not
need to be
stopping
married
you,
to have a
Sha.
20-year
I'm not
relationship.
gonna stop you, Sha. Go
Oh,
ahead.
What's with this girl, bro? Like, brother, like, I don't understand.
But I don't.
Or not?
I'm
Huh?
married.
Married or not?
Marriage. If you're gonna commit to someone for the rest of your life, you might as well put a ring on that. What's are you allergic to the ring or what? I'm confused. Like I'm confused. Like
want to lose your asset.
you ain't even gotta have a big ceremony. You ain't even gotta do it. You ain't gotta have a prenup. You ain't gotta have a prenup. You ain't gotta have a
But
big
listen,
ceremony. You can just
nah.
sign that paper and say I'm exclusive to you, and we put a ring on it. That's as simple as that.
You have no
What?
choice on my shit.
You ain't gotta do too much. A wedding. I know when you think of wedding, you think of big white gown, tuxedos, bridesmaids, and all of that. You ain't gotta do that though. You can sign that paper, put that ring on, and you're exclusive. Why you gotta do all
cool.
of that? You ain't gotta do all of that. Keep it chill, man. If you don't want to do that, you ain't gotta do that. It's cool.
Cool. Let me ask you a question. Do you think OnlyFans girls should have a boyfriend? Do you think any man is gonna go for a girl on OnlyFans showing subject that obviously you get me subjective?
Let's put the facts
suggestive,
there though.
Naked pictures online.
You're asking me, do I think?
I'm
But
asking
there
you a
is.
question, yeah.
There is multiple OnlyFans girls with boyfriends. What can I do
But
about
do you
that?
think the boyfriends are there on a real relationship or are they just there
Whether they're
just
there on a real relationship
for
or
something?
not, they are there right now publicly showing their face.